Hey everyone, Magic Sword here, and yeah, I'm here. That's significant given recent events. Um, the last video got basically no views, and I think it's because I covered that topic. So, if you want to learn more about that topic, go to the previous video. I'll put a card up now. Otherwise, we are going to try to do card reviews. Oracle of Elune. 3 mana 2/4. After you play a minion that costs 2 or less, summon a copy of it. I think I and many others immediately thought of that Boar, the Elwynn Boar, trying to get that combo off. This is a great way to do that. I was not expecting Druid to be able to do that, but the other thing here is this creates a great base for a minion-based zoo Druid, right? Um, recently, for the past like year or so, Druid has been spell-based to try to create these like really wide boards that get buffed up. Historically, that hasn't been the case. It's usually been like minions, but this changes the game a little bit potentially. I really like this idea. I don't know if there's going to be enough support for it to work right now. I think it might work in the future. And even if it doesn't work right now, again, it'll still be used for crazy wacky combos that I am just not capable of conceiving because my brain is literally the size of a walnut. So, Oracle of Elune, definitely fun, probably okay at least, possibly good to great, right? Auctioneer Jaxon, I love this card. I mean, first of all, I think I was just expecting an auctioneer of some kind. I wasn't sure what their function would be. I figured it would have something to do with tradable, but like the auction houses are just such a big part of World of Warcraft that this sort of card was kind of inevitable, and I love what they did with it. So 2 mana 2/3. Whenever you trade, so whenever you utilize tradable, discover a card from your deck to draw instead. Right. So we have a nice like I guess you could call it like a scry effect. Um, being able to choose what card you draw, that's always huge. The idea that it only works on tradable is fine. It's very balanced, but and this really tradable already seemed like a pretty good keyword to me. This really heightens it, right? I think that overall we're going to see Jaxon quite a bit as long as tradable is seen, right? Where tradable is, Jaxon will follow, I guess is kind of the mantra here. It's just such a powerful effect, right? Um, I mean, like discover is just so much better than randomly drawing. Now, I do wonder if that like reorders your deck. You know what I mean? Like if we pull Celt and then use discover from the deck, if that reorders it. Um, just a stray thought. There might be no basis for that, but um, again, yeah, tradable, strong effect. This makes it even stronger. I think that this will see play for sure, even if not like top level play, right? So persistent peddler, I really like this, right? One of the big problems with Deathrattle Demon Hunter at the moment is that you play your pigs, play your little piggies, and they summon stuff, and then your hand's empty in like turn 5. Persistent peddler allows you to summon stuff from your deck, and because it's tradable, even if you draw both, you can guarantee if you're playing smart, you can guarantee that you have a peddler in your deck to summon, right? So you basically cycle this back into your deck for 1 mana. You basically 1 mana draw a card, and then the guy on board summons another peddler when you're ready. That is very powerful. Um, I think that overall, this card adds a lot to Deathrattle Demon Hunter. And I would like to note that you don't even have to play the peddler itself, right? You could play your 3/3 piggy, summon a peddler, then trade the second one that was in your hand, right? Because you're trying to like maximize the odds of putting it. So you do that to draw, and it's like you still have your whole turn's worth of mana -1 to work with. This is going to be a very if Death Rattle Demon Hunter persists into the next expansion, so I think it might. It's a little unclear. A lot of new archetypes are being shoved around here. Um, we will see persistent peddler adopted into that deck for sure. I would also like to just note generally, usually the middle expansion is kind of weak. This is not the case here. We are seeing absolutely wild stuff happening in this expansion so far. I'm very excited about it. Garrote, 2 mana, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Shuffle 3 bleeds into your deck that deal 2 damage when drawn to the enemy hero, right? Shuffle Rogue is a phrase that people have been tossing around, right? And of course, those are casts when drawn spells. We can pull up the bleed card here. 1 mana, cast and draw, and deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, right? So that is an interesting concept. People are like, shuffle rogue, shuffle rogue. I'm like, what's the shuffle support though? Right? There is that there's a card from Darkmoon Faire that like deals damage or destroys an enemy when you have a certain number of things shuffled into your deck. It reduces the cost based on how much is shuffled in. But that's about it right now. Again, this is our second rogue card, maybe our third. I may have lost track. So I'm not too excited about this as it stands, but just like I said with the last one, the Deathrattle weapon, it could change very quickly depending on what we get. So, we have time for one more, I think. We're going to do imported Tarantula, and that should be it for the video. Imported Tarantula, so imported, tradable, yada yada, right? Deathrattle, summon 2 1/1 spiders with poisonous and rush. What? What? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, so you play this, and then, of course, it does not have rush or taunt itself. It's not like the pack animal thing, right? Um, let's look at those invasive spiderling tokens just to see what the art is. Oh, they're cute. So, of course, this is on its face a 5 mana do nothing, and because it's like a Deathrattle like that, you could end up with just your opponent killing it and then trading some tokens or using weapons to kill the 1/1s. So that's not great. You don't love to see that. Right, full admission, I'm a little embarrassed. I forgot that Guardian Animals is a dual class card. Yeah, that makes this card substantially better. Maybe we'll see some sort of like mid-range hunter that uses this as like a final push where you throw this into a medium-sized guy and then you use the poisonous to clear their board, and then you push with the rest of your board, right? Could be interesting. Hunter does have quite a few mid-sized beast drops. The one issue, of course, is that you can't run smaller beasts, so you can't run Wolpertinger anymore, right? It would be really cool to run, for example, a Rhino. We have Rhino already. We have this now. So I think that I changed my mind about this card now that I thought about Guardian Animals a little bit. I think that we can see it might see play, whereas before I was like it'll probably get edged out. I think it's more favorable that it could see play in that style of deck. So that's it. We there are more cards currently available to me, but we're kind of at the time limit, and also I want to save some content for tonight since again a lot of people cancel their reveals, and again I stand with them. Thank you. Trump I know is one. I was just off the top of my head. Good call on that. So yeah, we'll see you tonight. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Check the previous video for information regarding this whole situation, and I'll see you tonight.